sir. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, you already know about Big Manscaped. I told you earlier today, but I gotta tell you again, man. They got the best products on the line, man. Tap in, use code Brunson, save 20% off, and get the free shipping. And the free shipping, I for that for y'all. So listen, in case you don't know, Jonathan Gannon was denied the position for head coach over there in Houston with the Houston Texans. And it's not really surprising to me. I mean, there's a lot of coaches out there that are far more qualified than Jonathan Gannon to be a head coach from what I've seen. You know what I mean? I don't know what Jonathan Gannon has done, but to my knowledge, Jonathan Gannon has not been a part of a Super Bowl staff. Jonathan Gannon is just, honestly, for real, he's just a guy. You know what I mean? Right now, he's just a coordinator right now. Yeah, I mean, it was perplexing to me that his name was even at the top of a lot of these lists. Jonathan Gannon is the one coach who could have changed things and kind of refused to change things. For the most part of the season, we only brought 4. We only brought pressure with 4 guys, and it's no surprise to me that the Philadelphia Eagles were second to last in sacks. Brandon Graham didn't play. You know what I'm saying? Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave. Hargrave was a Pro Bowler. He had a good season. You know what I mean? Josh Sweat was a Pro Bowler. He had a good season. But honestly, if you want to think about it, man, guys that made the Pro Bowl out of the NFC, a lot of the guys that made the Pro Bowl because it's just a shortage of just high-powered talent in multiple positions in the NFC. I'll explain. Kirk Cousins is not making the Pro Bowl in the AFC. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that just not happening in the AFC. Like I feel like if Carr was in the NFC, he would have made it over Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean? It's just stuff like that, which gives these guys, a little more leeway on our side of the map. We weren't that good as a defensive line. It's just perplexing to me that we have 2 Pro Bowlers off the defensive line being second to last in sacks. Jonathan Gannon listen, I'm changing something up. If I lose Brandon Graham, I know I have to go into every game after that blitzing more. I know that because the level of production is going to go down. Then with all of the mistakes that Barnett did, but listen, if you keep Gannon, this is the point for me. If you keep Jonathan Gannon as the defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, you have to draft premier pass rushers. You have to draft premier pass rushers because it's the only way that Jonathan Gannon's philosophy is going to work. The only way. I was so down for getting a new defensive coordinator and changing the whole scheme and letting him draft guys to his liking or him actually putting the guys that we have in the best position. But Jonathan Gannon had Fletcher Cox covering the flats one game. Jonathan Gannon has given up 80% completion percentage to like 6 different quarterbacks. I think Carr was in the 90s when we played the Raiders. I mean, Jonathan Gannon has lost games that we didn't even punt in. That's just crazy to me. Just because you just refuse to switch anything up and stop the opposing quarterback. I don't understand that. For Jonathan Gannon's philosophy to work, you can't go out there and go get Tyler Linderbaum because it'll be a waste of a pick. And a lot of people don't want to admit that. I don't think dude is bad at all. I think he probably is the best center in this year's draft. But the fact that you have Stoutland as your offensive line coach, you don't need the best center in this year's draft, especially if Kelsey's coming back. With everything that he's been saying indicates that he is coming back. What the hell are you going to do with Linderbaum and Kelsey on the same roster? It'll be a waste of a pick. Week 1, it'll be a waste of a pick. Stamp certified because he ain't starting over Kelsey. He ain't. You guys got to get out of the mindset of thinking that you could duplicate another. You draft this guy high for no reason. He is not going to have the same career as Kelsey. Just because he had 9th pick. What, Kelsey like a 5th round pick? You get lucky when you draft guys like Kelsey. Period. That's the bottom line, man. And unless Jonathan Gannon is going to have some impact, like Howie Roseman out here looking at quarterbacks. And we talking about bringing Jonathan Gannon back, who needs edge rushers. So what's the plan? What's really going on from all of this Senior Bowl stuff that I'm seeing? I'm not seeing a lot of the Philadelphia Eagles being interested in edge rushers. If this is the temperature, listen, Brandon Graham got to come back. He got to come back. But if the temperature is when Brandon Graham comes back, all our problems will be solved, that's the wrong mentality. Brandon Graham is a veteran who just had a serious season-ending injury. The temperature has to be as follows. Brandon Graham is coming back, but we're going to get some young guys that's going to be able to back Brandon Graham up. We can't put all this weight on Brandon Graham when he come back. You're already losing Barnett, who made plays, but also made more boneheaded plays. So now Josh Sweat or somebody's going to have to go on that side. You have a shortage. You either got to get some linebackers that can blitz, and you have to commit to blitzing more. You know what I mean? As seen in my previous video, or you got to draft premier edge rushers, or the defense that Jonathan Gannon is running is not going to work. It's not going to work. You know what I mean? I really, really wanted him to get hired, man. I think he would have did better as a head coach. But if he come out playing the same brand of football, I think we might be in trouble for years to come on the defensive side of the ball. Especially if Howie Roseman is running around here getting all googly out over quarterbacks. We don't need to draft another quarterback that got to be developed. We got our own developmental things going on right now. Put everything you can possibly put around the guy. And if he don't pan out, then you go get a quarterback and drop him in the middle of what you already built. Do you know how many teams would have took the Browns to the playoffs if they would have had a serviceable quarterback? I think Taylor Heineke could have took the Browns to the playoffs. I think he could have. The Browns have pieces over there. The Browns have a squad, for real, for real. But it's Baker Mayfield. It's Baker Mayfield, man. A lot of teams. Listen, if Aaron Rodgers played for the Cardinals, they'd probably be in the Super Bowl. They probably be. Kyler Murray still got to develop. If you drop some of these quarterbacks in some of these situations that are already put together, they're going to be fine. But you got to put everything around your guy, and then you got to bet the house on him, bro. You know what I mean? And Jonathan Gannon scares me, man, like I was saying, man. It just scares me knowing that we have this guy who is playing this one style. Now, this is his current style. You know what I mean? He was figured out since week 5. His style is he's going to do this. Now, he switched it up at times, but you got to get pass rushers in his defense if you're keeping Gannon. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you happy? Are you sad that he didn't get the job? Whatever. Are you happy that he's coming back? Do you wish a change was made? Let me know what you think in the comments, man.